Starring Frank Lockery. Also starring 3 anonymous Westminster police officers. I have a great personality. I ride my bicycle around the local area here, and I make friends everywhere I go. Just the other day, I decided to take a ride down to the local Hooters here, and I made 5 new friends. I made 2 friends on the way down, and 3 more on the way back. 2 nice men in a red pickup tried to make me wreck using the old swerve at you and scream joke. I just love funny jokes like that. I caught them at the red light. They were the 3rd vehicle back as I waited for the light to change. On the other side of the street, I waited, pen and pad in hand, as they passed me. They were so nice. They just pretended they didn't notice me. See how easy it is to make friends? I had so much fun with my new friends that on the way back I decided that I would make some more friends. At the corner of Westminster and Purdy, I noticed a police car was stopped at the red light. I was on an adjacent frontage road, and I was at a stop sign. If you want to make friends with cops, you should always stop at stop signs. Since I'm such a friendly guy, that's exactly what I did. Up the street, about 100 yards, the nice policemen stopped me. They wanted to make friends too. They raced up the road and cut in right behind me. They shined 2 spotlights on me, plus their headlights, just to make sure I could see. What a nice gesture. See, they really wanted to be friends. They jumped out of the car and yelled, "Get down on the ground." This was their way of saying, "Pull up a chair." There weren't any chairs around, so they did the next best thing. Even though they were new friends, it was more like a reunion of old friends. They had lots of questions. I mean, they really wanted to get to know me. In fact, their curiosity led them to search the 3 saddlebags on my bicycle. That's a really good way to get to know somebody. When they searched my frame bag, they discovered that I read The Nation magazine. There was even an article about the 4th Amendment that they would have found fascinating, but we didn't have time to discuss it. After all, these are public servants busy doing the public's business on the taxpayer's dime. It is completely understandable that they need to prioritize real business, like making illegal stops, for example. Friendship only goes so far. As any friend would be, one of the cops was curious.
Do you have ID? Are you riding your bike because you don't have a driver's license?
Friendship has to be based on credibility. I pulled out my license and handed it to the cop. He gave it to the other cop to run just to make sure that I was the kind of a person who is truly worthy of his friendship. Then the cop made an astoundingly nice statement.
If everything checks out, we will get you out of here in a few minutes.
I was truly affected by this. It was a magnanimous, friendly offer. And lo and behold, as it turns out, that cop and I have mutual friends. It's a small world after all. Last time I made a new friend under similar circumstances, I invited our mutual friend, the city attorney, to actively join our ring of friendship. In the spirit of friendship, I told my new friend, well, maybe then I won't pursue this.
Pursue it?
At this point, I realized that my new friend was confused, very confused. I explained that the city attorney and I are old pen pals, and now I've got something new to write about, our new friendship. The officer was so delighted to hear this that he left my side and went to talk to the cop who was running my license, probably to share the good news. When he came back to explain things to me, I knew that our friendship was secure. The officer explained to me that the United States Constitution does not apply on Purdy Street because there's a drug problem there. Had I gone up Newland, they would not have stopped me. Apparently, the Constitution is still in full effect and force on Newland Avenue. My new friend further explained that I was stopped because I was profiled, and those are his words. What a wonderful advancement in civil rights. Police in Westminster now profile white people too. Equal rights are now closer than ever before. You can still be profiled by race, but since all races are profiled, that makes it fair. Then came another dramatic moment. Backup arrived. I figured I might make another friend or two. I mentioned to my new friend, "Here comes your backup." He responded,
He's just being nosy.
I expected him to be much more enthusiastic about it, but I quickly realized how this complicated our new friendship, for him that is. First off, the backup officer probably was curious about my seating arrangements. And then there was the matter of how much our friendship had blossomed in such a short time. Normally, when cops make new friends in such a friendly manner, they exchange information so that the new friend can get back in touch. And if they really like their new friend, they might even give him a lift. Since I had already mentioned to my new friend that we could easily be back in touch through our other mutual friends, my new friend just wanted to part company, hopefully before any more nosy backup friends arrived. As we waited for my license, we made small talk. I happened to have the receipt for my brand new server in my wallet, so I showed it to my new friend. See, friends who ride bicycles cannot necessarily afford attorneys. While friends who buy servers might even have attorneys as their friends too. The Westminster cops have a bad habit of flashing me with their spotlights. We talked about it. We were busy chit-chatting, mostly me chatting and him chitting, when the other cop came running back with the good news.
He's clean.
And we all know that cleanliness is next to godliness. Before I went on my merry way, I told my three new friends, don't worry, I'm not going to pursue this. I told them to be sure to visit my website, zapquotes.com. It was really hard to tear myself away, so I decided that I would tell them the story about the red pickup that happened earlier that night. Halfway through the story, the backup officer interrupted. Hey, I thought this was going to be a short story. I finished my story and bade them farewell. As I rode off into the streetlights, I could hear one of the cops saying,
Who was that man who unmasked us?
Then I heard the backup officer say, That, my friend, was the Lone Rider. The Lone Rider rides again. Hi-oh, Silver, away!
Welcome to the ZapTheater autoplay demo. Also we wish a hearty welcome to those who are clicking in from the frozen mode of this demo. ZapTheater is multimedia presentation software. You can produce freestanding presentations or embed them into your web pages, as we have done here on the ZapTheater homepage. ZapTheater is really easy to use. No programming or HTML knowledge or other special knowledge is needed. There is nothing to download. You can sign up online, using your Google account. And best of all, your first 10 shows are free.